You already know how these videos start. Now that that's out of the way, we'll get the actual pedal out because this is empty. I'm not going to drop a box with the product actually in it. I know, breaks the illusion, doesn't it? So here is the Elgato Stream Deck pedal. This is basically a Stream Deck for your feet. It has 3 buttons on it, and they are programmable just like any button on a Stream Deck. So you can set it to a myriad of things, including multi-actions. So you have quite a few options. Obviously, with only 3 buttons, it's not quite as useful as 15 or even the 32 button Stream Deck, but it's still very useful for times where you do not want to use your hands to press buttons. Well, the first reason that I thought of to get this was I always hated having to reach off my controller to press a button to unmute myself in game when I'm streaming, because I obviously want to talk to the stream and then sometimes want to talk to my teammates as well. And I'm not just going to talk to the stream where my teammates can hear me. That's just obnoxious. So I've always had a button to mute myself or unmute myself in the game so that I can talk to the stream and then I can unmute myself and talk to my teammates. But that always involved having to take my hand off my controller to press the button on my Stream Deck, which not what you want if you're in the middle of a fight in Warzone or trying to ping someone and unmute yourself at the same time to tell your teammates. So that's where this comes in. I have one of these buttons set to push to talk in Warzone, so I can just hold my foot down, and then I also don't need to use that partially janky version of push to talk that I've been using on the Stream Deck, which is more of a toggle to talk, but it's using the push to talk function. I've talked about that in previous videos, so if you're confused about that, go find that in the second Stream Deck video. I also have one of the buttons set to mute and unmute in Discord, because if I'm playing with people on Discord, then I can do the same thing, but I just have it set to toggle mute. I have them different because Discord has a toggle mute button, whereas Warzone does not. So I'd rather use the actual built-in feature of push to talk rather than try to make my own toggle mute. The toggle mute that I've made sort of works. It works pretty well, but I feel like the push to talk would work slightly better. And then I have my third button while I'm streaming as the button to switch between my mics. So I currently use this mic that is boomed right here, just doing a just chatting sort of section before I've started playing any games and after. And then while I'm playing the game, I obviously don't use this mic because you can hear so much. I've talked about that in a previous video. So I have a button to just switch between my mics really easily. It's set to toggle mute on both mics. So if one of them is unmuted, it'll just switch them. So that's also been very nice. Now, of course, being a Stream Deck, it also allows for multiple profiles. So I have my streaming profile, which is those buttons I just went through, set to only be active when OBS is open. If OBS is not open and I have my default profile set up, I have them set to media controls, which include F as the left button to full screen, the middle button is play and pause, and the right button I have as the right arrow to skip forward 5 seconds in YouTube or any other video content. I also have a profile set up for when DaVinci Resolve is open, which is the program that I edit videos in. The buttons for this profile are Control F, which is full screen, Control C, which is copy, obviously, and then Alt V, which is paste attributes. So I can copy and paste the attributes of a clip rather than copying the entire clip. Now, regarding features, it is pretty straightforward. It just has the 3 buttons. You can probably hear them too. So they're not quiet, but they're not going to be picked up on a mic if they're under your desk. And it also acts as a reasonably comfortable footrest. It's at a slight angle, so it's nice to just rest your foot on. But, and this leads into the next feature that I'm going to talk about, the current springs in them are a bit light to fully rest my foot on, but it does come with extra springs. So it has multiple tension springs and also a middle pedal stopper. So you can put these stoppers in the middle pedal so it just doesn't do anything. Don't really know why you would want only 2 buttons when you could have 3, but that's an option. And they have a lighter set of springs and a heavier set of springs. And these are replaced just by unscrewing all the screws in the base here and then taking the springs out and putting the new ones in. I have not done that. These are still the default springs. Maybe one of these days I'll have a look at the heavier springs to see if I could rest my foot on it. And of course, it comes with a unnecessarily long USB-C to USB-A cable. Now, I understand why it is so long, because they do advertise it as to be used in a bunch of different ways, such as if you were doing an overhead cam or if you were doing music or some sort of activity that you were not sitting at your computer for. And then you could have this connected to your computer 2 meters away. I don't actually know the actual length of this, but it's got to be at least 2 meters, maybe 2.5. So I currently would only really need like a 50 centimeter cable, if that. But you know, it's a really nice cable. It's braided, you know, typical Elgato. And that is all for this video. Just a quick overview of the Stream Deck pedal. I originally unboxed this on stream. If you didn't know, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night. If I do get a new product on the day that I stream, then I will unbox it on stream. I've done that a couple times. If you liked the video, please click the like button. It helps out a lot. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And I'll see you in the streams later this week or next week in the next video. Bye.